How you guys doing? It's Sep here. Welcome back to another episode of PES 2017 myClub PESology series, I believe this one. Yeah, Tips and Tricks PESology series. Now I apologize I haven't been uploaded in a while. I definitely don't have as much time I used to have back in PES 16 and 17. And I do have a lot of tutorials, but I think I've made so many tactics tutorials for PES 17, which is similar to 18. I will do an updated version of tactics in general. On my live stream we talk about tactics and managers and myClub and gameplay so much. You can catch up on my live stream highlights. You go to my channel, just click on past broadcast or highlights. You can catch up with the series as well. I do have some gameplay tutorials coming up, probably some upload for my PES League. I did qualify for PES League myClub Season 1, Week 1, Division 1. I did qualify for it. I mean, I would have finished top 15 worldwide for myClub PES League, but people were basically quitting the game against me and my goals wouldn't count. Anyway, let's get back to the series. Now we're going to talk about the best Silver Ball players on PES 2018 myClub. Now I'm going to talk about the Silver Balls that I have. So if you have any other recommendation, comment down below and let us know, share it with the community. Obviously there are way more better Silver Ball players. This is what I have, and there are some of them that I know as well. So let's start like this. I think is the best way is to actually show you individual players. Now let's start with Ellickson. Obviously, without a doubt, Fox in the box. If you want to know about player cards, you know what they stand for, all you gotta do just press the help button. I think is right here. I mean, most of you do know player skills and style card stands for. Fox in the box, a striker who lurks in no position, 18 yards, and so on. All the player cards are basically there. You can have a look at it. And obviously abilities as well. You know, squad builder is really, really important. Now Ellickson, it's so skillful. I mean, look at all these freaking cards he's got. And apart from that, he's got good stamina, good form, good weak for accuracy, pace. He kind of lacks dribbling a little bit, but you gotta play. If a player lacks dribbling, don't give him hard, complicated balls. Give him nice, clean through balls. You know, little area balls. And in general, he's been amazing for me. A lot of people recommended Martinez. I gave him a lot of chances. I definitely prefer Ellickson. Next we have Rafa Silva. I don't need to say anything about him, but I want to talk about Malcolm. I mean, this guy is without a doubt, he should be a gold ball easily. Not the fact he's fast. Players being fast without ball control and dribbling is kind of awful. I mean, ball control, it's mainly for your, your touches, your controlling the ball when in hard situations, and dribbling, that's what it stands for. But in general, some of these abilities are actually translated differently. Now, as you can see, ball control indicate how good a player is controlling the ball. General effect, trap, and a feint. And dribbling indicates how a player is touches when running with the ball. So dribbling stands for how good a player is to actually keep the ball while on full speed, not just general dribbling. So they're both important. If a player that have weakness of those two, you may not want to do fancy stuff with him. Next, of course, we go Sanchita. I call him Sanchita. This guy is one of the best destroyers in the game, Silver. I mean, obviously, high ball winning, high defensive prowess, low attacking prowess. That's what you want from your DMF. Renato Sanchez, freaking amazing. I mean, this guy should have been a destroyer, not box to box, because defensive prowess 81, ball winning 82. This should be a destroyer, to be honest. Sanchita is one of my best box to box as well. Definitely like him this year. Diego Carlos, we call him the fake Ramos. He's very technical. I mean, yeah, he's not the best dribbler and passer, but in terms of positioning and stamina, he's fast, he's tall. I just like controlling the game with him, and he doesn't leave his position as often most Silver Balls do. Kimpembe can be a little bit weird if you use him in 4 or 5 star. For 3 star is amazing. I generally use him on 4-star team as a left back. He's pretty good as a left back as well. There's another player that is similar to Kimpembe. I think is called Oopah Mcconnell, something like that. You might look out for that guy as well. Ellickson, without a doubt, he can play LB, RB, LMF, RMF. Physically strong. He's got the stamina. He's got the form. And this guy, I've been testing him recently. He's very, very skillful. Good lofted pass, speed, explosive power, stamina, form. Pretty good overall. And regarding silver goalkeepers, I'm finding it hard to find a perfect one. If you recommend a good silver goalkeeper, comment down below, let me know. I did have Ellickson, was pretty good, and I think I mean, you want to look out for goalkeepers who are tall, to be honest. Next, my favorite, Rodrigo. He's a goal poacher. Like, don't use him as RMF. You'll be killing his player card basically. Goal poacher card is only active as a CF and assist. As you can see, those two CF and assist being highlighted in red. I mean, he's a perfect player. Dribbling, ball control, speed, explosive power. You know, low passes is okay. Lofted passes, you may want to know what to use him as a creative, creating chances. Rondon is like a knockoff Ibrahimovic. He is so strong on the ball. I mean, the goals I scored with him, I'm even surprised for a Silva ball to pull off certain situations, especially one-on-one when you're stationary and you do a jinking run followed by a little speed run. He's gone. He's gone. Even though his explosive power is not that high, but it's pretty good for a tall and strong player. And I barely score headers with him as well, because I don't really cross much. Wes is pretty good as well, guys. That's what you want to look for. He kind of lacks stamina. He might not be a 90-minute player, but definitely want to have a sub for him. Good speed. I personally care too much about player having ball control and dribbling, not just pace, because I gotta play how I enjoy. I mean, I can sit back and launch long balls and cross all I like, but I can't do this every day, every game, every PES. You know, I gotta do what I enjoy. Abdurrahman, there's nothing I can say about it. I mean, the stats speak for themselves, and most of you guys know him. Emblem is my second favorite destroyer in the game. We're talking about Silva balls. Amazing header. He's tall, physical contact, strong, amazing stamina, 89, great form as well. He can finish as well. I mean, he's got the knuckle shot, long range drive, heading, long through ball. And next we have Badou. He's not as good as he used to be back in PES 17, but still not bad for me personally. Zuma's an absolute tank. High defensive pros, high ball winning, speed, explosive power, physically strong, and low attacking pros. Kinda lacks stamina. Now these are my favorite, which I call them Silva servers. I do have some other Silva boards as well. We're gonna walk through that. Let me just switch the squad. Now, never mind the formation and the manager. I'm just trying to put the players here. Of course, I don't want to use Tete and Layun as center backs, but just trying to show you all the players. This is the best view to review players. Rashford, oh man, Rashford and Mbappe as a nightmare. Seriously, Rashford and Mbappe are game changers. You don't need a superstar team to enjoy or win games. I mean, if you don't have a superstar team, restrict your matchmaking to similar level. Go with a 3-star team. Now, the only downside about Rashford, his form. Otherwise, good stamina. He's a 90-minute beast. Good dribbling, you know, kicking power. Get those long rangers. I mean, when you slow down around the opponent's box with Rashford and you do a speed burst, boom, he's gone. Next we have, I haven't tried this guy much, but status-wise looks good. I like my AMF to have a whole player card. Decent dribbling, decent pace, stamina is good, form is good, and that's what I want. Danny's pretty skillful as well. He's I mean, we know him. His age now was 31, and it's pretty good. He's got the dribbling, you know, passing. You can basically, you can run with this guy. You can finish. You can create. Overall, pretty good. Just lack of stamina. Bruma, just a pace whore, I would say. But in the meantime, you can't call him a pace whore when he's got 87 dribbling, and that's what I like. I don't like just players who are fast. Townsend, you may not like him in real life, but when I used him, he's pretty good. He's fast, that's what you want from your winger. Kinda lacks stamina, definitely not a 90-minute player, but he can send some decent crosses and finishes very well. Robertson, I gave him a try. You know, I gave him 10 games and I really like him. Defensively, he seems to be solid because his defensive prowess is higher than his attacking prowess. So for those of you, I personally don't like my fullbacks to overlap like crazy. So personally, suits me very well. That's what I look for. Next, Tete. I haven't given this guy enough chance, but he has ability which is very rare. Normally fullbacks, especially Silver, doesn't have high ball winning, and this guy does. And he is tall enough, you know, to dominate some of the known wingers that people use in the game. So I'm gonna give him a try and let you guys know on the live stream or in upcoming videos. If you have used him, comment down below and let me know, because that's what I want to look for. If I want my fullback to overlap, I can do a 1-2. I can trigger run him. I can use advanced instructions attacking fullbacks. So I can do that manually. I don't want my fullback to have 80 attacking prowess and 70 defensive prowess. He's just going to overlap like crazy and it will not track back at all. Layun is pretty versatile. He can play LB, RB, LMF, RMF. He kind of lacks dribbling for a level of a skillful fullback, I would say. But his weak for accuracy, his stamina, his form, kind of compensate the weaknesses. He could create some amazing crosses as well. And who do we have next? We haven't spoke about it. The only silver goalkeepers I have right now, it's basically Forster. Now, surprisingly, for a tall centre back, tall goalkeepers, reflex is amazing. Actually, the best Silva goalkeeper I've seen is Begovic. Comment down below, let me know what you think about Begovic. So right now, this is the only guy I have. I've released a lot of players, you know. Right now I think I'm settled with my team. I will do a video about squad walkthrough. I've released about 200 players right now. Just trying to keep 100 players, less players, higher level basically. That's what I'm trying to do. And Alex Vidal, obviously we know Alex Vidal. He's pretty fast. Defensive pro is very low. He's a super sub. I sub him on if I'm losing, if I want to be more offensive. Pretty decent. I can use him as an LMF as well. Acuna is one of the gems as well. I mean, he can play left back as well. I would not recommend using him as a left back because his defensive pros is weak. But this guy is super skillful. I mean, I gave him a lot of chances. He's pretty good. Emre Mor kind of lacks stamina and form. Otherwise, he is not bad at all. Would definitely recommend him. Quaresma, if you're a dribbler, you will love Quaresma. The only downside, his stamina kind of lacks. You may want to use counter target on him so he doesn't drop back often. Therefore, we'll save some stamina. Chatov, haven't given him enough chance, but status-wise, look good. The way I judge players, guys, I give them 10 games. I look for their movement. If it's a defender, if it's a striker, centre-back, if it's an attacker, I look for their movement, their AI movement, when they are not under my control. If he's a winger, is he doing the perfect winger job in attack and defense? If he's a defender, is he out of position all the time? If he's a DMF, is he sticking to his position in attack and defense? Does he support the attack? And after 10 games, I kind of check players. After 10 games, I check players' rating. You know, if any player has rating below 5.50, is gonna get released. So I'm gonna give him a left chance as well. Wilson, I just keep him because of the movie. What's it called? Castaway. Wilson. I like screaming his name, Wilson. But obviously, I mean, what stands out about him? He's fast. He's got explosive power. Physically, he's strong as well. Good attacking pros. The attacking pros is important. How aware a player is to actually join attack when your team is attacking. Lacks ball control and dribbling, but sometimes you need a pace whore basically. Especially last minute, you want to put someone fast on when your opponent's defenders are tired. And I think that reviewed all these players. Now, comment down below if you have any other silver balls you want to give it to the fans. To a lot of people doesn't know which are the best players. And just share it with the community. Now I'm going to show you, for those of you who doesn't know how to sign players. Like, obviously we don't have a transfer market so you can sign who you want, but we do have an auction house which is similar. Now if you combine auction house and PESDB, PESDB is a separate website, nothing to do with the game. It will help you to find particular players, their combination. So you get 3 combination or sometimes 2. You can sign that particular player. And mind you, every player you sign from the auction house, it's level 1, so you gotta level them up. So the next part of this video, it's regarding auction house and how to get players. If you know about that, you don't need to watch it. In the meantime, there are some tips. What ability do you need for your DMF, for your AMF, for your CF? So in the next part, there will be some tips as well. Now, to find out more about the best Silver Ball players on PES 2018 myClub, you either get involved in the community, my live stream, etc., or get to know about silver players that others recommend, or you can simply go to PESDB, basically PESDB.net if you Google it. Now back to the main point. Let's say you want a particular player, whether it's a defender, whether it's a attacker, etc. I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Let's say you want a defender. Now, one thing a lot of people make a mistake. Squad builder is really important. If you are using a manager that it's frontline pressure, you need fast center backs because you are pressing high up, especially with high defensive line. So let's say I am looking for a decent silver ball. Basically, you come here, you select position setting, and then you click center back, close. And then next, we want to look for particular abilities for a center back. Now, if I'm playing an aggressive manager, if your manager is all-out defense, you still need a fast center back, but you can get away with using a tall and strong, maybe slower defender. Now, when you look for, it's obviously speed and explosive power. Now, the main thing is, apart from the speed from a defender, is ball winning and defensive pros. And you have to make sure that your center back has low attacking pros. If a center back has like 70 attacking pros, it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be out of position all the time. Or he has extra front man. Extra front man is good if you want to be offensive or use a 3 at the back. So we set those 2, and here we're gonna go by overall rating, descending order. So it will show us, actually, it's better off to do ascending order maybe. Yeah, that'll make it easier. So it will show us all the low rated players who has pace and explosive power 80 plus, as you can see right here. Now the centre back we're looking for, now the obvious best fast centre backs, there are some gold centre backs much better than black centre backs. My top 4 centre backs is Bailey, Manolas, Socrates and Varane. As you can see, Nacho, I mean, do I need to say anything? Nacho can play centre back, left back, but the only downside about Nacho, it's his form. Normally if I'm gonna take time to farm GP and then go to the auction house to go through all the effort, I'll make sure I'm making an effort for a player who has a decent form. Because, you know, if your form is below 5, most likely his condition is going to be down. Smallin's pretty good, pretty fast, pretty tall, but I've noticed he's out of position most of the time. Now, the player we're looking for, we're talking about silver centre backs. Now, this guy, a lot of people have been talking about it. Oopah Mcconnell. I've seen people using this guy in a 5-star team. Now, it's pretty obvious why he is good. He's like similar to Kimpembe. That's his name, right? He's got the speed, he's got explosive power, he's got ball winning, defensive prowess, header, jump, physical contact, and man marking. Almost the perfect silver centre back. Now, you probably get him, how do I sign him? Well, most of you guys know. For those who doesn't know, you have to go through the auction house in the myClub menu. When you need to know before you sign him, basically, you click on show only 100% combinations. So it looks like the only chance you will get Oopah Mcconnell, it's to buy a 5-star, 3-star, 3-star Leipzig agent, and then France. But that will require, that will be the harder combination. If you play more, physical contact and man marking, I guess these are free. You can obtain them by playing game. I have never seen man marking scout, to be honest. This could be exclusive to auction house as well. So I guess these are the 100% combinations. All you gotta do, try to collect those 3 scouts and then combine them in the auction house. Bang, you get him 100%, but he will be level 1, and it's hard to level players up. So this is for those, I mean, you can combine the squad. Let's say you have a 3-star Leipzig. You need, if you have a 5-star Leipzig, you can only need 3-star under 22 and 3-star man marking. You just gotta combine it, that make sure the total of the scouts are actually 9-star. Like 3-star, 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 or 4-star, 2-star, 3-star. You know, basically combine them. So that is the simplest way to sign players. As I said, if you don't know about the auction house, I'll put the video in the video. I'll put the link for that video, auction house tutorials, in the video description. I made a video for PES 2017, but it's pretty much similar. At the same thing for your, let's say you want a decent defender. For your defender, you want to look for high ball winning, high defensive prowess, and low attacking prowess. I mean, excuse me guys, my throat's so dry. Normally we recommend, if you're using a 4-3-3 with a single DMF, anchorman, because it stays between your 2 centre backs. And anchormen are pretty good to kind of compensate that space between the 2 centre backs. He will basically anchorman defends vertically mainly. Destroyers kind of defend horizontally, sideways in a way. So whether it's an anchorman or destroyer, as long as his attacking prowess is like below 60, it'll be good. I mean, don't want to use someone attacking prowess above 70, even if his defensive line is high. If you want him to stay, or you can just use the advanced instructions defense on your DMF. So that's pretty much about this, guys. I mean, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment down below and share your best silver ball players, or even bronze players. You know, just share them down below. I want to spread it out to the community so people will know how to make a great squad. In the meantime, I've been enjoying 5-star squad. It's not as bad as it used to be back in PES 2016 and 17. I've been using 4 and 3-star a lot. What's the point in having all these superstars and not use them? And yeah, I do have a good team. I'm a streamer. I do nothing but stream PES and play PES. We spend a lot as a streamer. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I apologize for having been uploaded in a while. I don't have a lot of time like I used to back in PES 16 and 17. The time that I have, I basically just stream. I've been streaming more often, and if you want to catch up, make sure to visit my Twitch channel, past broadcast, highlights, all the videos out there. But I promise you, I try to upload more often. I have a lot of tutorials, but it's already too late. Like tutorials, you know, manual goalkeeping. I'm trying to make more tutorials about gameplay, rather than tactics, because I've made a lot of tactical tutorials for PES 2017 and most of them kind of similar. This is currently right now on the live stream. I am using Valverde, doing pretty okay with him, you know, kind of bouncing back from Division 2 and 3. This is a squad I'm using. I've been using 3-star way too much. The way I see it, what's the point having superstars and not use them? But in the meantime, yeah, sure, I am using an OP squad, but I restrict my matchmaking so I can get matched against 5-star as well. I'm not trying to hunt noobs. And believe me, if you play myClub enough, having superstar team doesn't necessarily make the wins easier, especially if your opponent has a weaker team. I'm not saying there's script or momentum, okay? There's one thing I believe in, comeback momentum. Yes, I do believe in that. But general script and momentum, nah. Just be patient. When you score a goal, keep the ball, cool off. You know, if you lead them by 2 goals, don't attack. Because as soon as the opponent scores the goal, the comeback momentum kicks off, you know? It's like your team's AI becomes regular and your opponent's AI become legendary. It just happens. It happens like most games. But in the meantime, you know, it's not like... What I'm trying to say is, if your opponent has a weaker team, doesn't mean you can't beat him. You just have to be patient. Patient in attack, patient in defense. 5 seconds staying on the ball will make a massive difference how you build up and how you attack. And passbacks are really important. I will do a squad, I will do a myClub, PESEP FC myClub walkthrough probably in the next episode. I think I'm talking too fast. I blame the Red Bull. Until next time, ciao for now, fam. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to turn your notifications on so you will get notified when my next video will be live. Greatly appreciate it, guys. Also, if you want to catch up on my live stream, I do live stream the myClub series as well. You can just go to my Twitch channel, link is in the description. You can click on past broadcast or the highlights.